Big Friday night doings in Seattle. Kings Court's in session. Why? Because Felix Hernandez is on the mound tonight as we begin Ken Griffey Jr. weekend here in Seattle as we welcome you to Mariners baseball under gorgeous blue skies here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Good to have you with us. Angels in town for the second time. And the Mariners looking to get on the board with them. They were swept first time the Angels passed through here. Time to start even up some scores here. This is an Angel ball club that has picked it up here over the last 6 weeks. First pitch drilled left center field deep. Lots of trouble. Escobar, second leading hitter in the American League, jumps on the first pitch. A leadoff double. Let's take a look at the rest of the batting order for the hot hitting Angels, second only to Boston in batting average in the American League.
And they have a number of hot hitters in their lineup. You just saw Escobar, 322 average, as Dave mentioned, second in the American League. Mike Trout on his way to a 30-30 or 19 home runs, 17 stolen bases. Albert Pujols leads the team in home runs and RBIs with 21 and 84. His 84 RBIs are third in the American League. And for Felix, know about his curveball, 185 average against his curve, slugging just 278. Look at his changeup, 188 average, slugging just 257. His fastball this year, 287, slugging over 500 against his fastball.
Here's Cole Calhoun, and he looks at ball one. Jim Joyce has balls and strikes tonight, always entertaining. Good umpire, veteran guy, been around. James Hoy is at first, Gabe Morales at second, and Marvin Hudson at third. Calhoun at 271, 10 and 54.
Look at the Angels. They are second in average, sixth in runs scored. Slugging 10th because they don't hit many home runs. They're 14th in home runs, but second in on-base percentage. Tough team to strike out.
Escobar, first pitch. The double. Calhoun ahead in the count here, 2-0. 3-0. Felix in his second home start since coming off the DL. Felix start number 49 against the Angels, a record of 14 and 16, a 3.32 ERA. This year 0-2 with Mike Trout on deck, 3.82 ERA. And a 4-pitch walk in early trouble.
Since coming off the disabled list, this has been the issue with Felix. It's been the first, second inning. In his first couple of outings coming off the disabled list, giving up 3 runs in the first in each one of those 2 starts. So hopefully he can get on track quickly, maybe get a double play ball to help himself out.
Seth Smith with the glasses on. Son's still a little bit of a problem out in right field.
Aoki getting the start in left field. Sean O'Malley, the shortstop. Mike Zunino will do the catching this evening.
There's Mike Trout. He and Felix have become good buddies over the years, and this is a good battle. Ball one from Felix. Trout hitting .375, 5 homers against Felix, and Felix has struck him out 22 times. Pitch. Trout under the weather. Didn't start in last night's game. Came in pinch hitter late in the contest. Talked to him before the game. And the congestion really bothering up the head cold. So, but he's good to go here. Couldn't wait to see Felix Hernandez. Just Mike Scioscia, Dean of Managers in the American League and in all of Major League Baseball. Here's the 1-1. Oh my goodness. High and deep, and just watch it fly. First 3 men have reached. Trout brings everybody home. 3-0 Angels. For Trout, his 20th home run, takes his RBI total to 70. He got it on a 1-1 pitch. For Trout, his 6th home run against Felix.
And this is a changeup right in the middle of the plate. So now 3 out of his 4 starts since coming off the disabled list, giving up 3 runs early in the ball game. Still nobody out. Felix now 9 pitches, just 3 strikes. One of them ended up in the gap, the other one in the second deck.
It's ball 1 to Pujols. Albert fouls one off. Albert physically said he's feeling pretty good, with the exception of a hamstring he pulled in Oakland several weeks ago. Still a little bit nagging, but hitting at .261, 21 homers and 84 runs batted in. Pounds it to Seager. First out of the ball game.
Maybe that'll help Felix get on track.
One down in the pen. They opened it early, and when I pulled up here to the ballpark, Mike, folks were lined up on First Avenue. They were lined up outside the right field stands. First 20,000 people. Get a Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead doll, and they wound up opening the stands a little bit earlier than usual to accommodate. I guess the traffic folks didn't like the spillover, and there you have it.
No surprise, though. I think it'll be that way the entire weekend.
1 out, 3 runs in. Here's shortstop Andrelton Simmons. And since we saw him, Mike, and we had seen him in Atlanta a few years ago, he's made himself into a nice hitter.
He has, and he's been hot lately. Comes into the game with a .290 batting average.
Nori Aoki put it away. Simmons had taken his average from .204 to .290 recently over the last 37 games. The 2 outs. Ji-Man Choi will be the hitter. He was with the Mariners a couple of years ago, and I remember Chris Taylor throw in spring training was down the line, and he went to get it and wound up doing it. Was an ankle, I believe, and he was done. That was like the second game of spring training.
And that put him out for a long time.
Angels since the All-Star break 12-7 after being 15 games under 500 the first half.
Well, they've still had their issues pitching wise, but they have been swinging the bat, scoring some runs. Angels 13th in ERA.
Moved up to 6th in runs scored. 3rd in hits. 2-1. Bouncing ball to Cano. And the inning's over. 3-0 Angels. In the house. We'll have them on the air here tomorrow. The red carpet treatment and well deserved. take a look at the Mariner batting order that will face Tim Lincecum.
Seth Smith is going to hit second against Lincecum in his career, hitting .255, but he has 3 home runs. So hopefully Seth hitting second again behind Aoki. You get off to a fast start for the Mariners. Then we'll go to the bottom of the lineup. Mike Zunino hitting 8th in the lineup, a .391 on base percentage, 5 home runs in 13 games. And Sean O'Malley will round out the 9th. 3 hits in yesterday's ball game, including his first home run of the season. For Lincecum, you're going to see its fastball again. It's been right around 88 miles an hour, but he's been hurt with it. A .413 average, slugging .730 on his fastball. He likes his split and his curveball combination. You'll see those off-speed pitches quite a bit this evening. And a look at the defense for the Angels. Of course, you have Mike Trout out in center field. Cole Calhoun in right, one of the strongest throwing arms in right field. Simmons will be the shortstop, one of the best shortstops in baseball. 8 errors on the year for him. And Jet Bandy will do the catching.
Mariners in a 3-0 hole. Right off the get-go here. Nori Aoki to lead it off against Lincecum. Ball 1. Nori at .247, a homer and 13 runs batted in. 2 for 5 career against Lincecum. A foul. Lincecum had a start in Oakland recently. It was like old times. The Giant fans came out to see him. That's what Nori's done so far this season.
And that outing at Oakland. 6 innings, gave up just 1 earned run as Aoki starts things off with a base hit.
Finds it. Spot through the 6 hole.
Going the other way, it looks like it was his curveball, 74 miles an hour. See how close Escobar was, the third baseman, well in on the grass, and he shoots it right by him.
Nori Aoki is aboard for Seth Smith. Smitty at .261, 11 homers and 43 runs batted in. Strike 1, says Jim Joyce. Smitty looking to break an 0 for 12. Lincecum, 3-time World Series champion with the Giants. 2 no-hitters on his ledgers. Jet Bandy scrambles to keep that in front. Nine years with the Giants, 7 of those seasons, double-digit win totals. Now 32 years old. Giants first pick, 10th overall back in '06.
Angels have the shift on with Seth hitting.
Runner goes. Good jump by Nori. And no throw from Jet Bandy. Stolen base. Nori Aoki is 5th of the season.
Off speed pitch down. Tough pitch to throw on. Good jump by Aoki. An easy steal for him.
Play the speed racer theme for Nori for picking up his 5th bag of the season. Two-one count to Seth Smith. That's when he came into last night's game as a pinch hitter and struck out in the 11th. Here's the 2-1. Folding. 2-2.
And that was the split. For Lincecum, because his fastball velocity is down, he has to locate it a little bit better, and he's making an adjustment in his career, trying to figure that part of it out. If he's able to locate his fastball, that'll make his split a tougher pitch to lay off of.
Not the biggest guy in the world, 5'11", 170. Used to be in the mid-90s. In the dirt. He's in the dugout, the Angels dugout before the game, talking to Mike Scioscia and some of the guys. And Lincecum was at the far end of the dugout, had his hoodie on and his red pants, and as a local guy, just looking out in the field and just taking it in, being back home.
Yeah.
like, with Charlie Nagy, the pitching coach.
Lincecum, of course, starred at the University of Washington.
3-2 pitch. Smitty fights it off. Base hit, left field. Norrie gets a stop sign. So good situation here for the Mariners. Runners at the corners, nobody out. They're bringing up Robinson Cano.
And for Lincecum, this has been part of his struggles lately. It's been early in the ballgame. He's had a tough time through the first 2 innings to get on track. And for Seth, a little inside-out swing. He was protecting against the split, wanting to lay off of it.
Choi gets it back in. Norrie slams on the brakes. So the Angels went double walk, 3-run homer. The Mariners answering the base hit, stolen base, and a base hit. Runners at the corners, and Cano, 4th in hits in the American League, stands in. 297, 24 homers and 68 runs batted in. Ball 1. Seth Smith, nice to see him get that knock, ending an 0 for 12. There's Robbie's career numbers against Lincecum. He went 0 for 5 last night.
Let's take a look at Tim Lincecum and his delivery. It's unique. Hasn't changed much over the years. It really drops down and drives off the back of the mound. You can see how far his toe drags before he finally delivers the ball.
Lincecum lost here in Seattle with the Giants back on June 16, 2012. Robbie, base hit, right field. Mariners on the board as Aoki scores. Smitty moves to second. A 3-1 ball game. RBI for Robbie, his 69th. Heading the count and made it work.
You know, as you mentioned, getting ahead in the count and taking advantage of an 88-mile-an-hour fastball right in the middle of the plate, elevated, probably just above the belt. Hit it hard into right field to pick up an RBI.
Here's Mr. Cruz, 1 hit on the homestand, 1 for 13, and it was a mammoth, prodigious, loud home run a couple of days ago. He's 0 for 3 against Lincecum. Off the end of the bat, it goes foul.
For Cano picking up the RBI that gives him 69 on the year, tying Nelson Cruz for the team lead. Kyle Seager right behind him with 67.
Mike, this is the start of a little stretch here against these Angels. We'll see them on the next road trip. The Mariners are 0-3 here against the Angels, 2-4 on the season. But probably more troubling, the Mariners are just 7-14 at home in the division.
Well, hopefully that'll change. Took them a little bit of time here at home, but finally have their home record above 500. So if they're going to make a run at this thing, that'll have to continue.
See the Angels 7 times in the next 13 days.
Mariners now 2 games over 500 at home.
Strike 2 to Nelly.
And when you look at their schedule, they're going to play 12 of their next 19 games here at home. So an opportunity is right in front of them.
No doubt about it. And a hot Detroit team following the Angels visit. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's a 1-2 to Nelly. Nice down low for ball 2.
You're right about that, but then they go to Oakland and then to Anaheim for 4. 10 out of the 13 games in your division against 2 teams that have struggled, although the Angels are playing better as of late.
2-2 to Nelly. Dribble. Lincecum has no play. He looked at third. I thought he was going to turn and throw to first. Bases are loaded.
4 singles in a row to start things for the Mariners offense. This is just a swinging bunt. No chance for the third baseman with Cruz hitting. He is playing back almost on the grass. And Tim thought he had a chance at third. No chance at first.
That brings up Kyle Seager. Nice situation here for the Mariners. Mariners have 3 grand slams in the books this season. Cano, Seth Smith, Nelson Cruz. And a strike in the outside corner, says Jim Joyce. There you go, best OPS. First right-hand pitching. Seager and Cano. We got Trout in this game as well. We got some bangers. High fly ball going to stay in the yard. Calhoun's got a great arm. He's got plenty of momentum coming behind it. Here's the throw to the plate. Oh man. And in the scouting report, they've seen that video. Tomorrow, the greatest player to ever wear a Mariners uniform, Ken Griffey Jr., becomes the first player to have his number retired here in Seattle. Be sure to arrive early. Special pre-game ceremony begins at 5:30 p.m. All gates are going to open at 3:40 p.m. Get here early. More details, go to mariners.com/Griffey. One out, bases loaded. It's going to bring up Adam Lind. Saw Adam in the clubhouse today. What's up, dude? No Craig Kimbrell today, pal. I said, I hear you. He said, 98 rising fastball. You don't see it tonight. Swing and a miss last night. Kimbrell on the mound. Struck out Adam on a 1-2 pitch.
Adam 0 for 7 in his career against Lincecum.
Outside ball 1. Lind with the bases loaded this season, 333. 4 runs knocked in. There's a patch that the Mariners are wearing on their 1989 jerseys. The look the Mariners had when Junior broke in. Here's 1-1. Hit a long way down the line into the King's Court, foul. What was it, last homestand? He powered a home run out opposite field.
Yeah, it was on the last homestand, and that was a pretty good fastball from Lincecum at 90 miles an hour on the outside corner.
Here's his numbers against Lincecum. Here in the homestand, 1 for 5. It was a home run. 1-2 pitch. Nice block by Bandy. 2-2.
That was on the split. For Lincecum on the year, with 2 strikes on the hitter, he will throw his split about half the time. 47% of the time he will use his split. Typically he will throw it down out of the strike zone. It's a swing and miss pitch. I'm going to try to throw it for a strike.
2-2 to Lind. 1 out, bases loaded. Lincecum batting average against .381, the worst on the Angel Ball Club. Got a 2-5 record. Two pitch. Put it in play. And Calhoun's got to play it off the fence. Here comes Smitty. The whole Cano at third. Got a 3-2 ball game. A lot of early excitement here at Safeco Field in the first inning. RBI Adam Lind is 45th.
The Mariners are now 4 for 5 with runners in scoring position. This is a breaking ball. Looked like a slider, maybe tried to get down and in on him. Adam cut it off at the pass.
Bases still loaded.
Jet Bandy, the catcher, out at the mound. 4-10 so far. 24 pitches, 14 strikes here in the first.
Felix faced 6 men in the top half of this inning. 3-run homer by Trout. Here are the Mariners. RBIs by Cano and Lind, and now Martin for a tie and maybe even the lead here. Swing and a miss. He was going for it all.
The Mariners have sent 6 batters to the plate. 5 hits, 5 singles.
You got Cano at third. Nelson Cruz at second. And Adam Lind at first. 1-1. Martino for 4 in last night's ball game. First time he's seeing Tim Lincecum. Here's the 1-1. Now it's straight back. Mariners come into tonight's game splitting a 4-game set with the Boston Red Sox. Angels lost last night to the A's, but they took 2 out of 3 in that series. Fly ball deep right field. Calhoun towards the line, makes the catch. Cano gonna run on him, throw to the plate, and it gets by Mandy. Robbie scores, and Lynn will move to second. Tie ball game at 3-3. Martin drives in a run, sac fly.
I was talking about it before the game. We're going over the defense. What a strong throwing arm Calhoun has. That's a deep fly ball to right, just in front of the warning track, and you can see the carry he gets on it. Bandy, the catcher, not able to handle it. Kind of an in-between hop. Otherwise, there would have been a play on Cano at the plate.
Cruz to third, Lynn to second. Tie ball game at 3-3. Here's Mike Zunino. Put the shift on for him. 3 defenders on the left side of the infield. Zunino has been strong since coming back. Foul off.
Another look at the slide. You can see the timing of the play. The ball gets by Bandy, and then Cano slides in with his hand on the plate.
Good throw about by Calhoun, one of the better throwers we have in the league. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Dave, I guess with Junior in the house, we should have expected a lot of offense in this one.
Pretty good omen, right? Oh, 2 to Mike. Stays alive.
Lincecum now has thrown 31 pitches. 31 pitches, 20 strikes, 8 batters faced, 6 first pitch strikes.
Zunino for the lead. Fouled back.
Mike, since being recalled, has averaged 6.5 pitches seen per plate appearance. This next pitch will be the 5th in this at bat.
Here's the 0-2. In the dirt. Loud 3-run homer by Mike Trout. Mariners have matched it here. Bottom half of the first. One-two to Zunino. In the dirt. Gonna throw him a strike. Let's see Mike ride one. Why not? Angels' second visit here to Seattle, and off to a rousing start here. 2-2 pitch. Takes it for ball 3.
Imagine that he's seeing 6.5 pitches per plate appearance. You look at O'Malley waiting on deck, the number 9 hitter. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat to Zunino.
There we go, 3-2. Fly ball, left field, long run. Choi running out of room, getting up, gone! A 3-run homer. Mike Zunino and the Mariners have a 6-3 lead here in the first. Mikey Z with his 6th home run takes his RBI total to 10, and they're rocking here in Seattle.
been something since his recall. This is his 14th game, as you can see him go down and dig out that breaking ball. Pretty good pitch by Lincecum in the middle of the plate, but down out of the strike zone. And Mike goes all the way down, head right to the ball, stays with it, and just drives. It gives you an idea how strong he is, out on his front foot, and hits it out into the Angels bullpen. 6 home runs in just 14 games for Zunino.
Welcome back, Mike.
The Mariners are an impressive 5 for 6 runners in scoring position here in the first.
Home run number 153. Boy, talk about lighting a fuse. Boom! Here's Sean O'Malley. He went yard last night, leading off in the 5th. What and a beauty. Never get him. Base hit. Mariners have batted around here in the first inning.
Nine batters face 7 hits. 6 singles and the home run by Zunino. Perfect bunt for O'Malley.
Bunting practice early in the week, Mike, paying off.
To work on it.
Here's Aoki for the 2nd time this inning.
Started things off for the Mariners with a base hit, stole second. Eventually scored on the Cano base hit.
So many years Felix has carried this franchise. The boys have picked him up big time here in the first inning. He gives up a 3 spot. And the Mariner hitters say, yeah, and they come back with 6 runs on 7 hits as the inning continues here. Boy, Nori gets into the home run patrol. We really got something going here. 1-1. I hope he's got 1 home run. It was on the 28th of May against Minnesota. What an inning. One to Aoki. Popped it up. Escobar with plenty of room. Boy, I tell you what, a little snow cone action there. A lot of hits this inning indeed. 6 hits. 6 runs on 7 hits. 6 runs on 7 hits. A big response to the 3-run homer by Mike Trout. Felix Hernandez back on top. Army on call here. Kings Court night. Out in left field, Felix on the mound. And there's the young man that gets a start on the big piece of turkey there. Gonna pass it around. Part of the tradition here in Seattle. So Felix has a 6-3 lead. He's got Jeffrey Marte swinging a miss, first baseman.
For Felix in the first inning, 17 pitches, 8 strikes. He faced 6 batters, only 1 first pitch strike. First pitch of the ball game for him, it turned into a double to Escobar. Very aggressive hitter, leadoff hitter for the Angels, and then a walk and the 3-run home run by Trout. After that, he was able to retire the next 3 batters.
And the Kings Court on its feet, looking for a strikeout, but be the first of the ball game. The 0-2 pitch. Marte at 259, 8 homers and 24 runs batted in. Seven-game hitting streak for Marte. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up. O'Malley takes it. Coming up tomorrow is CenturyLink What's Next. We're on the air at 5 p.m. Tyler Skaggs, left-hander, youngster. He's got a lot of potential coming back off the Tommy John surgery. Goes against Taijuan Walker, who is thrilled to be back. Get back out there and battling back from some foot problems. And the reports on Taijuan on his side session and his session down in Tacoma, all been good. Here's Jet Bandy, the young man that Mike Scioscia coached in Little League. After a big league season, he liked living in Southern California. Weather's always good down there. About 7 years old, Jet Bandy played the same team with Mike's son Matt. Ground ball, easy play. O'Malley to Lynn, 2 down. Quick 2 outs here in the second brings up veteran Cliff Pennington.
Felix throwing 17 pitches in the first inning so far to get 2 outs, just 6 here in the second.
Put the shift on and move O'Malley over to the right side of second base. Pennington, a .311 hitter against Felix with a home run. Cliff, 32 years old, went to Texas A&M. Seen Pennington with the Athletics from 08 into the 12 season. Then he went to Arizona. Last year spent time with Toronto. High fly ball at Martin, getting under. And a nice inning for Felix. After the boys put up 6 runs on 7 hits, he comes back with a 9-pitch inning in the second. 6-3 Mariners. To you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. And by Shag, where your friends live. Gorgeous early evening here in Seattle, 70 degrees. And at last out, recorded by Leonys Martin. Let's see what he does here. Throws it in the bullpen. Tom Wilhelmsen. Hey man, thank you.
Charlie right there. Those guys have a tough time having fun, don't they?
Man, what a duo. Seth Smith to lead it off. Mariners had 10 minutes to the plate. First inning. 6 runs, 7 hits, left the man. 24-minute half inning.
Angels have the shift on Lissette hitting. Lissette picked up the base hit. They're behind in the count. Inside out swing, line drive into left field.
What an inning. Cano RBI single. Lind an RBI single. Sac fly Martin and a 3-run homer by Zunino. Also mixed in there a nice 2-out bunt to keep the inning alive by O'Malley. Cruz with a swinging bunt. Smitty with the base hit. Seth's got a 3-0 count. Smith, Cano, and Cruz 2-3-4 against Tim Lincecum. There's a strike. Finals from earlier. Houston at home beat Texas 5-0. Dallas Keuchel gets the win. He's 7-11. Yankees beat Cleveland 13-7 in New York. And Smitty's aboard. Second time. First walk by Lincecum. Good start to the Mariners' second inning. Washington beat San Francisco 5-1. Gio Gonzalez beat Jeff Samardzija. We're going to see Detroit, next team in. Verlander wins. He's 12-6. Tigers beat the Mets 4-3. Escobar, the third baseman, moves several steps to his left. And Robbie seeing that movement called time. I see the shortstop Simmons covering the middle. Right to the first baseman Marte. Nice 3-6-3 double play. Taylor made there for him. Join the Mariners and American Girl for a great evening at the ballpark this Monday. Tigers are in town. Get a ticket. A one-of-a-kind American Girl doll size Mariners t-shirt starting at $17 when you purchase through this ticket special, available only at mariners.com/American Girl. And I'll make sure we take care of all the boys in the booth.
Nelson Cruz, a swinging bunt for a base hit his first time up.
See if he can get his money's worth here. If you're a guy like Lincecum, you don't have that old 95. This is a scary at bat here. Kept him in the yard here as Calhoun settles under. Good inning for Lincecum. Walk didn't hurt him. Double play helped him. Mariners have a 6-3 lead. 8-pitch inning for Lincecum. as we open up a series against the Angels. Time now for a Geico. This date in MLB history. Take it back to 1969. Pops. Willie Stargell becomes the first player to hit a ball completely out of Dodger Stadium. 506 feet. Pirates beat the Dodgers 11-3, hit it off of Alan Foster. Since that time, Stargell did it again in '73. Piazza did it. Mark McGwire and Giancarlo Stanton. What's the closest you came to leaving the yard down in Dodgerland
Not
when you
even
played
close. No, I hit a ball out in center field, and they had concrete out there, and it bounced about 3 times before it hit the back fence. So that was close.
You're on the board. Not as good as Pops, but you're on the board. What the heck?
Or any of those other guys you mentioned.
Willie Stargell, he hit it over that pavilion in right field.
Yeah.
That roof deal they have down there.
Over all of that.
Escobar behind 0-2. Right off the game, first pitch, doubling the left center.
You mentioned Piazza doing it also. And I can remember playing with the Dodgers and watching Mike do that routinely in batting practice.
Mike Piazza went into the Baseball Hall of Fame with Ken Griffey Jr. a couple of weeks ago. 1-2 pitch. Smoked the center field. Long run for Martin, but he's got it. Telling you about the losses, the wins and losses a few minutes ago. We take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. A wild card look. Baltimore, Red Sox, and the Tigers. Astros win today. Mariners, Yankees, they won today as well. Mariners have to play the Yankees still. They got more games with the Astros. Detroit, they're finished with Boston, and they're finished with Baltimore.
You mentioned the Tigers already winning today, beating the Mets 4-3 in Detroit.
9 of their last 11.
Boston left here. They went back to LA to play the Dodgers. In the 3rd inning, Boston up 2-0.
What about that schedule? They played down in the Angels, come up here and then go back.
Well, at least they stay on the same coast.
It's true. Left field for Nori. Felix pitching to contact after he gave up that 3-run homer to Trout. Well, I get one Hall of Famer in the house. We very well may have another through the first 760 games. A little comparison here. And Trout's got more home runs, but those numbers are comparable.
Junior more RBIs.
Here's Mike. Homered on a 1-1 pitch off the facing of the upper deck, left field.
It's one of the few changeups you'll see that Felix will lead up in the zone.
Most career home runs against Felix Hernandez. Mike Trout with 6. Mark Teixeira, who announced his retirement today, 6, and Nelson Cruz with 5.
Teixeira going to retire at the end of the year.
Made his announcement today. Time to do something else. Injuries have really slowed him up the last 3 years, but he had a good career. More than 400 home runs. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Looking for Felix's first K of the night. And they get it. So Trout and Felix even. Trout getting with a 3-run homer. Felix K's him looking here in the 3rd. And moreover, the Mariners lead at 6-3. 6-3 Mariner lead game 1 of a weekend set with the Angels. And you know what? You can dress like a Hall of Famer this Sunday when the Mariners wrap up Ken Griffey Jr. weekend. That's because the first 20,000 fans are going to take home a Griffey replica throwback jersey thanks to Nike. There it is. 4 tickets. Visit Mariners.com. Kyle Seager leads off here in the home third, followed by Adam Lind and Leonys Martin. Kyle will fly out to right his first time against Tim Lincecum. Just joining us, Mariners sent 10 men to the plate the first inning, 6 runs on 7 hits. 3-run homer by Mike Zunino, big blow. Sac fly by Martin, RBI single Lind, and an RBI single by Cano.
Really was an impressive home run by Zunino. It was on a curveball that was down out of the strike zone, and Mike was able to go down and get it into the bullpen and left the Angels bullpen.
80 miles an hour, 1-2 the count for Kyle Seager.
80 miles an hour. That was his split.
Once again with a career mark of 110.88, 3.72 ERA. We mentioned Mark Teixeira a few minutes ago, announced his retirement. At the moment, 404 career home runs, 55th all time. 1-2 to Kyle. Heck of a year. This is game number 108. 20 homers and 67 runs batted in. He's got service. Adrian Martinez. Love to see him get to 30-30 plus. Here's a line drive snared by Marte, the first baseman, 1 down. Hit it hard, nothing to show for it. We take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Train. A lot of important games coming up. This 3-game set with the Angels, and then the Tigers, and then more divisional play against the A's, a team the Mariners are going to have to start beating up on, and then down to Anaheim for the second time. Then we come back home again. It'll be 3 with Milwaukee, and the Yankees followed their only visit for 3 games, 2 night games, and a day game. Here's Adam Lind.
It's taken a while, but the schedule's finally turned in the Mariners' favor, so you'd really like to see him take advantage of that. You have the Angels, the Tigers are playing well, of course, but then you go to Oakland, you have the Angels again at their place, you get the Brewers here.
Look at that divisional number, Mike. The Mariners are 8 games under 500 in the AOS, 16-24. That has got to improve.
It has to improve. But again, I think the schedule certainly going to help them. Obviously, you have to play well, but the quality of their opponents have been so good over the last month and a half.
Been unreal,
and the pitching that they've seen.
It's been tremendous.
They'll take advantage of it now that it's turned.
And hopefully, Taijuan Walker's return is going to mean a lot. Adam Lind hits it hard and foul. Everybody I've spoken to, and I have missed Taijuan the last couple of days, but they said he has looked out. They just look great in Tacoma and in the side sessions here. He can't wait to get back. Taijuan with a record of 4-7, a 3.66 ERA.
Well, that certainly helped get him back in the rotation. Hopefully Felix gets on a good run. Paxton has been pitching well as of late.
Kuma's been outstanding.
Kuma has been just about the entire year.
Adam Lind. And it knuckled on Trout. Looked like it was going to get to him, and then it died out there. Base hit.
That's exactly what happened. Adam able to take the spin off of it. Ball changed directions a couple different times. I think Trout was thinking about going for it, but decided to just play it into a single. I'll bring up Martin. He had a sacrifice fly, picked up an RBI in the first inning.
Two-hit night for Adam Lind. 3 hits now on the homestand. Breaking ball for a strike. Well, we know one thing. We got a good umpire on the plate tonight, Jim Joyce. Lincecum had a showcase. Bunch of teams took a look at him, and he ends up with the Angels. He'll be long remembered and appreciated by Giants fans. 4-time All-Star, 2 Cy Young awards, a couple of no-hitters, 3 World Championships. Center field, Trout giving ground on the track. He's got it. Two outs. Think back to that catch he made on Jesus Montero down in Anaheim, was just sick.
Pretty good swing by Martin. It looks like a split. Lincecum left it up in the zone. A little bit of a breeze, and it's blowing straight in, knocking that down a little bit. Turned out to be a fairly easy catch for Trout in center field.
Well, remember that one down in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Elbow well above the fence.
Timed his jump perfectly, well above the fence.
And that ball was killed.
And so many times as an outfielder, when you do that, you're a little bit off the mark as far as the line goes. But he was right there, perfect. Can't do it any better. Well, Mike Zunino, his 6th home run in his 14th game, 3-run home run. Angels will put the shift on with him hitting.
In tight to Mike, 1-1. Seen Mike in late inning situations like that where he'll just wear that. One and two. Two years ago, Zunino was hit 17 times by a pitch.
Gets anchored in that batter's box and he's not moving.
No, he's not. 2-2. But again, a couple times late game situations, he's taking one for the team. Seen that. 2-2. Fly ball left field deep. Long run Trout. Long run Choi. Choi is there for the out. Mariners strand a runner. They go to the 4th. 6-3 Mariners. Start in the first inning, double walk, 3-run homer. Since then, he's been quite sparkling. Looked good, picked up his first strikeout, getting Mike Trout. And offensively, the Mariners have picked him up with 6 runs on 7 hits in the first inning. Here's what he's done through 3 innings.
I think the pitch that hurt him in the first inning, it was the changeup to Trout. That's what he hit out of the ballpark. Take a look at our Coors Banquet timeless moment. Albert Pujols
Since the All-Star break, 24 hits, 316 batting average, 6 homers, 24 ribbies, leads the American League, Major Leagues at 566 slugging. So he's never been a speed merchant. That hamstring, he said, has been bothering him. Certainly not hurt him swinging a bat. First time up, he grounded out to Seager. Albert started the night a 190 hitter with a homer, 15 Ks against Felix Hernandez. They put the shift on against Pujols, who has 581 career home runs, 11th all time. Next up, Mark McGwire at 583.
Over the last couple of years, we've seen a lot of that. Felix typically against Pujols will pitch him inside, trying to hit the inside corner, maybe even in off the plate.
Kings Court in session. 1-2 pitch. 2-2.
Felix has 1 strikeout. That was of Trout to end the third.
2-2 to Albert. Just got a piece of it. That is a heck of a look. I like it. Blow up crown.
That's great.
Stuff. That is. Into the spirit of things. Got her on iPhone. Parents hooked her up. Anticipating, having some fun. 3-2 to Albert, and he's aboard. Second walk issued by Felix. Bring up Andrelton Simmons. One of the best defensive shortstops in the business, and having a good year swinging the bat, taking his batting average 204 to 290.
And he makes all the routine plays. This will be on the highlight films out at shortstop.
His last 36 games have been tremendous. Popped up. Seager's going to take a look. Is it going to come back to him? No. Give you an idea how good Simmons has been lately. Since June 23rd, hitting at a 378 clip, second only to Jose Altuve. 380 for Altuve. 1-1. Houston, which had been slumping, won for the 3rd time in the last 11 games, a 5-0 win at home against Texas. 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
Felix missing with his changeup. Couple of changeups in off the plate.
Chasing Albert back.
I don't think Albert's going anywhere.
Looks like it's sure as heck caught him by surprise, that's for sure. Albert does have 4 bags. He hadn't been caught yet. 2-2. Asking Mike Scioscia about Simmons and why his hitting has exploded, and they just talking about Simmons now comfortable in the American League after being in Atlanta when he came up, coming off a thumb injury, and everything is working well for him. 2-2 pitch. 3 call. 2 strikeouts, both of them looking for Felix. One away here in the 4th.
Well, Simmons didn't like the call, but we'll take a look at it. Fastball, 91 miles an hour. Mike Zunino helping out Jim Joyce, the home plate umpire and crew chief.
Ji-Man Choi, international free agent signee by the Mariners back in March of '09. Takes it a strike. Choi making his big league debut April 5th against the Cubs. First Korean-born player to play for the Angels. After leaving the Mariners, Baltimore had picked him up. We've seen a steady succession of pretty good Korean ball players. Dae-Ho Lee obviously here. Gung with Pittsburgh. Minnesota. Baltimore, a bunch of guys coming over from Korean League. Dae-Ho Lee has impacted very nicely for the Mariners. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Well, you know what they want? Got a 1-2 pitch, runner at first. Show him the K. 2 outs. Their strikeout swinging tonight. Third for Felix.
This looks like it's going to be the curveball for Felix. Tremendous rotation, 12-6 curveball. A lot of bite to it. Ends up out of the strike zone.
Jeffrey Marte. Swing and a miss. Marte came up from AAA Salt Lake City on May 31. One to Marte. Felix here in Seattle against the Angels has a 10-10 mark with a 3.70 ERA. Good looking pitch. Bottom of the zone, strike 2, 1-2.
Felix has definitely made the adjustment since the first inning. His fastball and his changeup both have been down out of the strike zone. The first inning, a couple of pitches up. So a good adjustment for him.
Ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him. Walk proved to be harmless as Pujols is stranded at first. Felix strikes out the side. He's got 4 Ks on the night and a 6-3 lead. since then. No runs on no hits. He struck out 4, and he has bounced back quite well after giving up 3 runs on a couple of hits to start the ball game.
Well, you can see on the location of that last pitch, again, down out of the strike zone. Getting him to swing over the top of it. Pitch count in good shape, 56 pitches for 4.
Talking about it earlier, all the years that he has kept this ball club close. He's had so many heartbreaking losses and also had his share of tight wins. It's nice to see the boys respond, get that big 6 spot up there after he gives up 3 in the first inning. Here's O'Malley, lead things off. O'Malley, Aoki, and Seth Smith, 9-1 and 2. Beautiful bunt by O'Malley. First time up was a 2-out bunt after the Zunino 3-run homer with 2 outs, and that extended the Mariner first inning into 10 batters.
O'Malley with a bunt base hit last night, picking up the one we're talking about tonight. Also had his first home run in last night's ball game. Batting average steadily going up now that he's getting some consistent playing time.
Talking about players coming back, Taijuan Walker's going to pitch. We're going to see him, and then Tel Marte should be back in the next few days as well. Walker pitching tomorrow. Big Pax, James Paxton on Sunday. There's strike 3-1. Early in the week, Sean missed some time with a stiff neck. Been fixed here, and he's aboard here, opening up the Mariners' 4th. Lincecum's 2nd walk. And if you won Washington's lottery, would you attend every home and away game? That's a lot of peanut eating, but you know what? You probably wouldn't be complaining. So play today. Nothing like being at the ballpark, keeping score, got peanuts, and a cold drink. It's water, but it's a cold drink. Nori Aoki. Base hit to left, stolen base, run scored in the first, fouled out to Escobar, 2nd time up in that first inning. Escobar in at third, a couple of steps. And off the glove of Bendy, and an easy advance for O'Malley.
I would assume that'll be a pass ball. Take a look at it. Right off the top of his glove. It's a little too casual.
Very casual.
Yeah.
Official score called it a wild pitch. However you want to score it, O'Malley with good speeds and scoring position. Base hit tonight. Nori's now 3 for 7 against Lincecum. Outside. 2-0.
Mariners are 5 for 6 runners in scoring position tonight. All of those hits coming in the first inning.
Takes strike. I mentioned Texas losing at Houston 5-0. Elsewhere in the division, the A's on a short end right now. The Cubbies in the Bay Area leading 7-0, bottom 4. 2-1. Toronto Ball Club continues to play well. They won at Kansas City 4-3. 2-2 to Aoki. Got some action in the pen. Jose Alvarez. Runner breaks, and Nori fouls it off.
O'Malley with a pretty good jump.
Mariners got the leadoff batter. Got him on base in the first, second, and fourth innings. Already trying to bring him home. Sean O'Malley walking a wild pitch. Gets him the second. 2-2 pitch coming here from Lincecum. Full count. Seth Smith awaits. Lincecum taking a lot of time here. He's ready. 3-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Lincecum. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us. Big crowd. Game 1 of Ken Griffey Jr. weekend. Jr. will join us here in the telecast tomorrow night. Number retirement ceremony tomorrow. There's Smitty. And he looks at strike one.
Lincecum now 81 pitches working here in the fourth. It's a lot of pitches. For almost 40 in the first inning.
Late. 0-2. One out. O'Malley, good speed at second. Ball one. While Lincecum struggles, King Felix certainly found his groove, striking out 4 of the last 5 men that he's faced. Here's the 1-2. Last time the Angels were here, May 13, 14, and 15. It was all Angels, 7-6, 9-7, and 3-0. That was after the Mariners' first trip to Anaheim. Won 2 out of 3, 5-2. Lost 4-2, and won 9-4.
A lot of long at-bats against Lincecum. Able to foul off a number of pitches. That last pitch a split. Good location. Seth able to get a piece of it. Watching Lincecum, he's trying to make an adjustment. He used to be able to throw 95 miles an hour. That's just not there for him anymore. So he's trying to figure things out.
That's up the middle, base hit. Trout charges. O'Malley will get the stop sign from Maniacta. Trout's throw. Finally stopped by Jet Bendy, the catcher. The runners at the corners here for Mr. Cano.
Another good at bat by Seth. Not a bad pitch at all for Lincecum. That is down off the plate away, but Seth able to stay with it. Pick up a base hit. That looked like a changeup. Could have been a split.
Pitching change, and Mike Scioscia has seen enough of Tim Lincecum. 1 out, runners at the corners. Left-hander Jose Alvarez will take over when we get back. Again, his night done.
Tough night for him. 3 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, all of them coming in the first inning. Couple of walks, 1 strikeout, 86 pitches, 53 of those for strikes, and he's responsible for the 2 base runners. Jose Alvarez going to take over. 44 appearances on the year, a 1-2 record, a 4.46 ERA, 38 strikeouts, over 12 walks. And he will face Robinson Cano.
Alvarez back with this Angel Ball Club for the 2nd time this season. Recall from AAA Salt Lake on July 19th. There are your base runners, O'Malley and Smith. 1 out for Cano. Robbie with an RBI single in the first inning, bounced into a double play in the second. Cano 1 for 5 against Alvarez. Trying to pick up another couple runs here. Alvarez in his first appearance in 6 days. The 0-1. Simmons, the shortstop. 2 outs. They'll bring up Nelson Cruz. He's 3 for 3 against Alvarez with a home run. Ellie tonight. Swinging bunt, base hit, run, and a run scored in the first, and a fly out to right in the second inning. Second baseman Pennington playing up the middle for Cruz. One.
Mike Trout shading towards right center.
Almost in an I formation.
Yeah.
With Cliff Pennington, the second baseman. So another strike poured in. The 0-2. Ball 1 to Cruz. Ellie with 27 home runs. 69 runs batted in. Tied for 3rd in home runs. Tied for 9th in RBIs. Worked the count to 2-2. For 3 night last evening. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Ernest Strand, a couple of runners here in the 4th. The good news, the plus side, got a 6-3 lead. Safeco Field for Felix Hernandez. But man, as he turned it around, he's picked up 4 Ks. He's retired 12 of the last 13 men that he's faced. In fact, he struck out the last 3 men that he faced. 1 looking and 2 swinging. So he has found his groove here this evening. Game 1 of Ken Griffey Jr. weekend. Jr. will be celebrated tomorrow with a number retiring, and number 24 will never be worn again in the organization. There's Jet Bandy, the catcher, followed by Cliff Pennington and Yunel Escobar, 8-9-1. Bandy became a catcher when he went to the University of Arizona. Big kid.
Since Felix gave up the home run to Trout in the first, he's retired 12 out of 13 batters. 1 batter reaching on a walk.
That's hit a ton. Deep left field and goodbye. Jet Bandy. Off a home run. That's his 6th. RBI number 20. Got it on an 0-1 pitch. Most homers he'd hit in a single season at any level is 13 at AA Arkansas 2 years ago. And he leans all over this.
This is a curveball. Actually down out of the strike zone. Just dropped the barrel on it, drives it out into the bullpen.
Tenth home run given up by Felix. 6th to a right-hand hitter. Swing and a miss by Pennington. He flied out to center. Bandy now 1 for 2. He grounded out to short in his first at bat. Bouncing ball, Lind, and it gets past Cano. And he's going to go for second. Smitty, quick throw, tag, got him. Nice job by the Ole Miss quarterback, Seth Smith.
And Mike Scioscia quickly on the top step of the dugout. You might want to take another look at it.
Second base umpires Gabe Morales.
You see Lynn playing towards the line, just goes off the heel of his glove. Barehanded play by Seth Smith. Gabe Morales calling him out at second.
And that's going to get overturned.
Looks like it.
Tough play for Adam. Looked like he had it all the way. Nice quick throw by Seth Smith. Accurate. Jim Joyce, crew chief, and Morales taking a look.
There's the best look you're going to get.
Fingers in there before the touch up by O'Malley. Feeling Pennington's going to be going back out there. Yunel Escobar is the next hitter.
Well, if there's any doubt, we'll stay in the dugout. Originally called out at second base. This is what the Mariners are hoping for, because the lineup will get turned over again. You get back to the top of the lineup. A bunch of guys that have been hot lately.
Angels had a miserable month of June, 8-19. They come back 15-11 in July and 2-1 here in August. Tonight, start of a 9-game, 10-day road trip. After they leave here, they go play the Cubs in Cleveland. We're going to take a long look at it.
They are.
First couple of views look fairly definitive. 15th and 9th Avenue in Manhattan. They're taking a long, long look. Looked like one of those pretty straightforward, huh? So we thought.
A little bit surprised that Felix isn't at least playing catch right now. He's just standing behind the mound waiting for them to make a decision on the play. They have these long looks. It always affects the pitchers.
Well, it kills rhythm. This is way longer than I thought it was going to be. Finally, what do we got? He's out.
Nice play by Seth.
Yes, indeed. There you go, Smitty. So base hit, out 9-6. So 6-4 ball game. Took 3 minutes to review. Top of the order, and Escobar. One hopper to Seager. Going to throw out the Angels third baseman. 2 down. 2 outs here in the 5th. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink. What's next? Tyler Skaggs, Taijuan Walker, 2 of the bright young pitchers in baseball. And the scoring, they're calling it an E3, and the 9-6 put out.
Tyler Skaggs, talented left-handed pitcher. Just his 3rd start of the year.
Here's Cole Calhoun. Walk, run scored, and a fly out to left. Shift on for Calhoun, fouls it off 0-2. Edge Felix right here. Leadoff homer by Jet Bandy. And 2 quick outs. Felix with 4 strikeouts. 0-2. Ball 1. They know what they want. Here's the 1-2 pitch. They don't get it here. 2-2.
No surprise, Felix getting ahead 0-2 to see the next 2 pitches down out of the strike zone. Typically do that, try to get the hitter to chase, see what he comes up with on the 2-2 pitch.
2 outs, nobody on. Shift on for Calhoun. Popped up foul. Good just joining us. 3-run homer in the top of the 1st. Mike Trout after Escobar first pitch double. Walk to Calhoun. Trout 3-run homer. Since then, Felix retired the next 12 out of 13 before giving up a home run here to Bandy leading off the 5th. Mariners sent 10 men to the plate in the bottom of the 1st. Highlighted by a 3-run shot. Mike Zunino. Here's the 2-2. Count runs full. Martin resetting in center field, a couple steps to his left. Here comes the 3-2. Now time's called. Felix winds, then a 3-2 pitch, fouled off.
Next pitch will be 70 for Felix. 69 pitches, 42 strikes. 20 batters faced, 12 first pitch strikes.
Here he is trying to get through the 5th inning. Mariners starters recently done a pretty good job getting deeper into games. Scott Surface before the game talking about it's time for the Mariners to get on one of the 6 out of 8 rolls. Fly ball driving Nori back on the track. Up against the fence, makes the catch. 1 run, 1 hit, an error. And that'll do it for the Angels. It's 6-4 Seattle. Junior at the Space Needle is going to raise a flag. What's on that flag? You got it. His number 24. What a great honor and such a beautiful day. Great moment for Ken Griffey Jr. Mile high pop off the bat of Kyle Seager. Second baseman Pennington makes the play. That's a great honor. It's his wife Melissa.
It looked like he had to put in some work.
And that's really cool.
Very cool.
Have
some
your
great
number.
pictures today.
And that picture that you forwarded me that I posted on Instagram of a look at the Space Needle with the 4 Blue Angels with the trail behind them was a great picture.
Great picture.
It says it all about Seattle this weekend. Seafair. Mariners in town as Adam Lind looks at a strike. Adam off to a good start here tonight. 2 for 2, runs scored and an RBI. Blue Angels will be flying overhead. 2nd or 3rd inning on Sunday. And they check down to third base umpire Marvin Hudson. So he did not go. 1-1. Good to see Adam Lind. A couple of knocks here tonight. Base hit in the 3rd. He hit it off the end of the bat. Trout thought he had a play on it. Then the ball knuckled on him, turned, and dropped in for a base hit. 2-1 to Lind from Jose Alvarez, who's on in relief of Tim Lincecum, who went 3 1/3.
And it looks like he's trying to get him out with a breaking ball off the plate away. It's going to be a fastball trying to get that to the outside corner. Tough pitch.
2-2. Shift on for Adam Lind. It's to the first baseman Marte. Easy play there. And the Mariners 2 quick outs. Follow Mariners baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment with Game Day live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Just download the MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Here's Marte, Martin, beg your pardon, sac fly, first inning. And sent Trout to the track, second time up.
Starting him off with a slow breaking ball at 77 miles an hour.
Bonus Martin here, 2 outs. Tell Marte, hopefully he'll be back. We'll see him Sunday or Monday. Coming back from mono.
Calhoun playing deep in right. Trout shading towards right center.
Solid smash. Right center field. Trout will get it back in. Nice job by Martin. 2-out base hit. Bring up Mike Zunino. 3-run homer and a fly to left. Time for the Big Fish Casino big catch, and we revisit a 3-2 pitch to Zunino.
And look at the location of this pitch. Breaking ball down out of the strike zone. Out in front a little bit. Able to keep his hands back just long enough, and he is so strong. It ends up in the bullpen for his 6th home run of the evening. That was an impressive home run.
Takes a strike. Zunino 0 for 2 against Jose Alvarez. Strike 2. Three infielders left side against Zunino. Here's the 0-2. Jose Alvarez, 27 years old, out of Venezuela. Going against Mike Zunino, Florida born All-American. Ball outside. Alvarez, 3rd season with the Angels. Got to the big leagues with Detroit in 2013. That got him. 2-men aboard now for the Mariners with 2 outs. Mike hit by a pitch again, and in his brief tenure here with the Mariners this season, just the 2nd time he's been hit.
Didn't hurt him at all. Looks like just gets a piece of his jersey. 90-mile-an-hour fastball inside.
2 years ago, hit 17 times.
Now we'll bring up Sean O'Malley. Sean has been on base twice, had a base hit, a bunt base hit, and walked.
Martin to second. Zunino at first for O'Malley.
Mariners are 6 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
Jet Bandy, well, tall catcher like Matt Wieters.
In the 4th inning,
Orioles.
In the fourth inning, the Mariners first and third with just one out. We're not able to score. Maybe O'Malley can come up with a 2-out base hit.
Down the line, it is a foul ball into the Kings court. Got some action down in the pen. Delois Guerra. Delois Guerra. Charlie Nagy, pitching coach, talking to Mike Scioscia. 0-1. Gonna hang up in the air. Here comes Calhoun. That'll do it for O'Malley and the Mariners. They strand 2 in the 5th. The lead for Seattle 6-4. Folks who have contributed. Here is Mike Trout to lead it off. Breaking ball for strike 1. Mike, 3-run homer in the first. Strikeout looking on a 2-2 pitch in the third. Cano on the left side of the infield. In tight.
Felix trying to get his 6th win on the year. Imagine he's thrilled with some early run support. Rare for Felix.
Yeah, all the heartbreak he's had. I mean, he's had so many successes here, but way too many close calls because of lack of run support. It's been good today. 10 hits, 6 runs. That one in the dirt. 2-2. Felix has 4 strikeouts on the evening. Here comes a 2-2 to Trout. Felix ended the 3rd inning, getting Trout looking. In the 4th, he walked Pujols and then struck out Simmons looking, Choi swinging, and Marte swinging.
This has always been an interesting battle for me because Trout is such a good low ball hitter, and I mean low, like down out of the strike zone.
Swing and a miss. Trout, K's, for the second time tonight. First time swinging for Felix's 5th of the evening.
One of the better sliders that he's been able to throw tonight. Slider at 86 miles an hour. It's right towards the outside corner. Some late movement to it. Trout will swing through it.
Albert Pujols. Round out to third and a walk. Ground ball to O'Malley, easy flip, 2 down. Don't forget to stick around after the game. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines. Brad Adam and Dave Valley will be with you. Jen Miller will be in the clubhouse getting some reacts. Scott Service, there's a media session today talking about visiting Seattle Seahawks. Daughter interns over there, and he was remarking how guys like Nelly Cruz, here's a ball hit up the middle. How big and spirited that Seahawk group is. Simmons makes it a nice short inning for Felix Hernandez. 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. Coming up for the Mariners, top of the order, Nori Aoki, Seth Smith, and Robinson Cano. Mariners on top. Nori Aoki looks at a strike. Nori 1 for 3 thus far. Stolen base, a run scored. Followed by Smitty and Cano. Jose Alvarez on a relief of Tim Lincecum. Nori slaps one into the gap. Cut off by Trout. And a good start here to the 6th.
That will make Scott Service happy. He wanted to see Aoki do a better job against left-handed pitching. A solid line drive base hit into left field. Again, a little inside-out swing on a fastball. 91 miles an hour.
Leadoff man's aboard for the Mariners. Brings up Seth Smith. Good night for him. 2 for 2. Runs scored and a walk. Strike 1 to Seth. Smitty 1 for 4 against Alvarez. Now Alvarez came on to get the final 2 outs in the 4th inning.
Angels have the shift on with Seth hitting. Escobar the only one on the left side of the infield. And Trout shading towards left center.
Murray with a stolen base back in the 1st inning. He's got 5 on the season. Foul off 1 and 2.
Mariners scoring 6 runs in the 1st. They've had a base runner in every inning. Runners in scoring position in the 4th and 5th, not able to pick up a run.
Alvarez 1 and 2 here to Seth Smith. Trout coming in. One away. Support those who protect our West. Now until August 31st. A portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. You can also show your support by coming to Firefighter Appreciation Night at Safeco Field on August 21st. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at wffoundation.org. Mike Scioscia going to make a pitching change. And he's going to bring in Guerra to face Cano. Mariners lead 6-4. Brought to you by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box, taste the all-new Jack's Brewhouse Bacon Burger today at Jack in the Box, limited time only at participating restaurants. And by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. Beautiful nighttime shot, the waterfront, the big wheel. 6-4. Mariners on top of the Angels. Game 1 of a 3-game set. 40,354 here, night 1 or game 1 of Ken Griffey Jr. weekend. Deolis Guerra takes over.
23 appearances, 2-0 record, a 2.70 ERA. He's really pitched well for the Angels. 25 strikeouts over just 2 walks. Only hitting .202, has given up 3 home runs.
Strike 1 to Robinson Cano. Robbie Armia single in the 1st, bounced into a double play and popped up to short. Facing Guerra, big kid, 6'5", 245, 27 years old, out of Boulevard, Venezuela. 1 out, 1 on. Long run for Calhoun. He's got it measured. Foul territory. And there's 2 outs. Bring up Nelly Cruz. Cruz swinging bunt run scored in the first. Fly out to right in the second and a strikeout in the fourth. Felix to this point threw 6 through a 9-pitch 6th inning. He's in good shape pitch count wise. Struck out 5. He's walked 2. Only 1 of the walks is scored.
Scott Service would really like to see the Mariners extend the lead. He's trying to get deeper into this ball game. Diaz is available tonight. Did not pitch last night. Was not available to pitch because he had pitched 4 out of 5 days, and the one day he didn't pitch, he was up in the bullpen getting loose.
1-0 to Nelly.
I think he'd like to stay away from him for another day if possible.
That would be a great luxury if he could do that, no doubt.
Those guys could score a few more runs.
Mariners being in so many 1-run games, Scott cited one of the main reasons, because they don't add on enough. They're 18 and 21 in 1-run games. 1-1 to Cruz. Marte in his rehab start tonight led off the game with a home run. And Everett, that's a good sign. One and 2. Nick Vincent pitched an inning, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit. So it's good to hear about him.
That would be a huge help for the bullpen to get Nick back.
2 and 2 to Cruz. 2 outs and a man aboard. Reaches out, fouls it off. Garrett 2-0 here with the Angels this year. Last year with Pittsburgh in 10 games went 2-0 with a 6.48 ERA. Garrett signed by the Mets back in 05. Amateur free agent. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to Simmons. Easy flip, Pennington. Mariners are done in the 6th. Strand a runner. Still lead by the count of 6-4. Baseball brought to you by T-Mobile. Take it back to Ken Griffey's 1997 MVP season. These numbers are stupendous. Led the American League in home runs, ribbies, runs, and slugging percentage. Led major leagues in home runs and RBIs.
We were teammates. No, we were teammates that year. It seemed that he was hitting a home run every night.
Man. A lot of Griffey jerseys in the house here tonight. Hall of Famer here. We'll have him with us on the telecast tomorrow. Number retirement ceremony, and that'll be something special, no question about it. And the gates will open tomorrow at 3:40. Ji-Man Choi, one-time Mariner. Jeffrey Marte and Jet Bandy, 6, 7, and 8 here against Felix in the 7th. But the line score, 6 runs in the first, nothing but 0 since then for the Angels. Felix behind Choi, 3-0. Ground out to second and a strikeout for Choi. Felix has struck out 5, walked 2. Strike 3-1.
Three pitches, 50 strikes for Felix.
Felix looking for his first win against the Angels this year. 0-2 with a 3.82 ERA, and he walks Choi to lead off the 7th. You go back 14 and 15 season, the best run that Felix has had against the Angels. He went 6-1 in those 2 campaigns against the Angels.
See if he can get a double play ball. At 84 pitches, nobody getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Jeffrey Marte 0 for 2, popped his short and a strikeout. Bounce foul. Right over the head of Ron Renicky. Third base coach Gary DiSarcini coaches at first for the Angels. Managed Milwaukee Brewers for a stint. Down the line, that will get fouled. 0-2. Big crowd here tonight, 40,354. I'm told that number will be beaten tomorrow and probably again Sunday afternoon. Coming here after taking 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. Look out.
A bit of an emergency hack right there. A pretty good fastball in the outside corner. Casey Candaele leaning on the rail. I don't think he flinched at all.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. Half a dozen strikeouts for the King as we play here. 1 out in the 7th.
Able to get the strikeout on the changeup. Circle change, 89 miles an hour just off the inside corner. Marte had a look on his face. Where did that pitch go? He thought he was on it. Yeah.
Here's Jet Bandy. Homered on an 0-1 pitch leading off the 5th. His 6th homer, 20th run batted in. Big catcher at 6'4". Checked down at first. James Hoy did not go. 7th start for Felix, and a no decision against the White Sox when he came back from the DL. Win against Pittsburgh, that was on the road, and a no decision against the Cubs. Around the horn here. 5-4-3 double play. Right on time. Home 7th coming up. 7 good innings. And how about Felix Hernandez? What a bounce back after the rough first. 6-4 lead, Mariners. Nation right now, because you need to be ready if you win Washington's lottery. Play today as you look at the Space Needle with Ken Griffey Jr.'s number on it. Really good stuff as he had that number put up today. Wait, that's what I tweeted out earlier today. A picture relayed from Mike Blowers by way of Shannon Drayer, and I'm sure somebody else had it, but that was too gorgeous not to put up. That was absolutely fantastic. Beautiful sight here in Seattle. Good to have you with us. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Kyle Seager, Adam Lind, Leonis Martin here in the 7th against Deolis Guerra. Second reliever used by Mike Scioscia here tonight. Kyle tonight, fly to right, hard line out to the first baseman and a pop to second.
So far, nobody getting loose in the Mariner pen. Felix at 91 pitches. It looks like he's going to get a chance to pitch the top of the 8th inning.
I like it. Good news. Fine outing by Nick Vincent. Right-hand reliever working his way back to the big club, and Ketel Marte with a home run. Pennington makes a nice play to throw out Kyle Seager. One away. Great news. Sound Transit's new Link Light Rail stations on Capitol Hill and at the UW. They're now open. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Great crowd here tonight. 40,354. Ken Griffey Jr. Before the Mariners came to bat, they rolled out the red carpet. He came out, took a wave on the program tomorrow, and covered here on Root Sports. And if you don't have tickets, well, we told you about it for the last month to get your tickets.
Jr. came out, waved to the crowd, and then the Mariners promptly scored 6 runs in the first.
After the crowd was stunned, Trout hit one off the facing of the upper deck. There's Adam Lind, 2 for 3, an RBI, a run scored. Mariners come back. Look at that line score. Felix has put up a lot of zeros after that first inning. The Mariners haven't scored since that first inning. I'd like to get more, no doubt about it. And Adam Lind, have a night, big fella. Hit it off the end of the bat. His third hit tonight. Good for him. Heading the count, made it work. Now here's a weekend you've been looking for. All Mariners Jedi should head to the ballpark on August 19th through the 21st. Star Wars weekend at Safeco Field. It's going to feature fireworks, post-game movie, and unique Taiwan Skywalker bobblehead. Fans are encouraged, yes you are, to dress in Star Wars all series long. For tickets and details, visit mariners.com/Jedi. Right at me. Just a little bit short. Thank you, Mr. Euchre.
Yeah.
Coffee, I'll move the coffee. Thank you, Mr. Martin. Well struck. Martin, another base hit, his second tonight. Lind will get the third.
And another good scoring opportunity for the Mariners. First and third, just one out for Martin, his second base hit. Also picked up an RBI on a sacrifice fly. He's going to get a fastball running away from him, but a little line drive into right center field. Bring up Mike Zunino. Mike with a 3-run home run in the first, his 6th, just his 14th game. Put a curveball out into the bullpen.
One out, runners at the corners. Angels double play, depth up the middle. That is a mile-high pop. 2 outs.
Fastball 92 miles an hour on the inside corner. Mike just missed it. The Mariners are now 6 for 12 runners in scoring position. He was in great position to hit that a long way.
O'Malley with a gorgeous bunt single with 2 outs in the first, a walk and a flat array. In at third is Escobar. Andy with a nice stop. Slow work. And O'Malley fooled on that one, 1-1. Martin at first. You got Lind at third, 2 down, and a 1-1 pitch here to O'Malley. And Choi is going to put that away, and the Mariners going to strand 2. To the 8th inning we go. 6-4, and the Kings coming back. Top of the 8th, and the Kings out on the mound, and the 6th Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday is this weekend. First 400 fans 21 and older in the pen during early happy hour going to get a Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing until first pitch. Boy, make it a night. Absolutely, make it memorable. He's got the beard hat. He's got the crown. Almost like going to a Raiders game when they dress in the full goth outfit and whatnot. Guillermo Heredia in right field for the Mariners. Line drive and caught out there by Nori Aoki. The retired Pennington.
Pennington puts a pretty good swing on it. Fortunately, it has some carry to it, so Aoki able to make the catch.
Yeah, Pennington has swung the bat well against Felix over the years. A .311 clip with a home run. There's Guillermo Heredia taking over for Seth Smith. And good to see the bartender, Big Tom Wilhelmsen, heating up. Seager knocks it down. They hang with it. Got him. Nice play. Kyle Seager staying with it all the way. Well done.
The ball has been hit hard a couple of times in this inning. Escobar, we've talked about it, very aggressive right off the end of the glove, but Kyle able to stay with it. Not an easy thing to do. Gets rid of it quickly.
That's big time. That is big time. Felix appreciate a good effort.
Felix now at 94 pitches. 94 pitches, 58 strikes.
I love watching him stalk around like that. He's all fired up.
It's great.
Felix is thrilled to be an out away from 8 innings here. Strike to Calhoun, and if Scott Service were to go into a happy dance, you could understand, to get his ace to go 8 innings here.
You're absolutely right.
The 0-1.
Salas getting loose.
Felix with 6 strikeouts. He's walked 3. Gave up 3 in the first, and then a leadoff homer by Bandy in the 5th. Felix's longest start since returning from the DL was the 20th of July against the White Sox. 6 2/3, 5 runs allowed. Last time out against the Cubs, 5 innings, 2 runs allowed. And if he can get a punch out of some kind of out right here, he is going to walk off the mound feeling good and get a rousing ovation. The 1-2 pitch.
Felix now at 98 pitches. His season high is 115. That was against Kansas City all the way back in April.
A little geeked on that pitch. A little extra body into that toss. Calhoun looking for strikeout number 7. 2 outs. Nobody on. Pitch. Full count.
The main thing is it's critical for Felix to retire him. You have Mike Trout waiting on deck. Next pitch will be 100. Trout already with a 3-run home run in the game.
And since then, Felix has struck him out looking and swinging. She's into the spirit of the night. 2 out, nobody on. Calhoun, tough hitter. 3-2 pitch from Felix. Bouncing ball to Cano. 8 strong innings. Felix Hernandez, and the Mariners have a 6-4 lead against the Angels. 76 driving spirit. Everybody in the Mariner organization, you got to be pumped up watching this performance by Felix Hernandez. Look at these numbers after the Rockies start.
For Felix, 8 innings, only 3 hits. Unfortunately for him, one of them left the ballpark, and that was from Trout. 4 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He threw 100 pitches. And Edwin Diaz getting loose in the bullpen for the Mariners. Again, did not pitch last night, so available tonight. So he's cranking it up. He will pitch the 9th inning.
And he's going to have some work cut out for him. Trout, Pujols, and Simmons. First things first, it's Fernando Salas.
48
right-hander.
48 appearances on the year, 4.86 ERA, high ERA for him. He's hitting .259. He's getting up 8 home runs. Top of the lineup. Aoki Heredia waiting on deck. Heredia came on as a defensive replacement for Smith.
2-hit night for Nori, making a 3-hit night. Nicely done. Good start to the 8th. The dog days of summer, yep, they're here. So grab your 4-legged friend and join us for Bark at the Park night this Tuesday. Get a ticket for both you and your dog, a Mariners leash. Enjoy a post-game walk around the bases for $40 through this ticket special. Details at mariners.com/bark. Here's Heredia, first time up for him. Heredia's been a nice addition to this ball club. Couple of hits, played a solid outfield. There's limited opportunities. This is just game number 8 for him. There's Taijuan Walker. He wants to duplicate what Felix has done tonight. He wants to do that tomorrow. Runner breaks up high, throw down to second, nobody home. What a play by Simmons! My goodness! Wow, that was special.
I'm not sure how that didn't end up in center field. What a great play by the shortstop. I'm not sure if he was the one that was supposed to be covering.
Oh man, that is a great play.
Nobody there.
They catch a break. Could have had Nori at third with nobody out.
Well, now it's a good situation for the Mariners. Heredia in a 2-0 count. Trying to bunt him to second base. Now he can move him up to third.
Tight situation already for Fernando Salas. 31 years old, out of Sonora, Mexico. Didn't show bunt, takes ball 3. Robinson Cano's on deck. Mike Scioscia, dean of all major league managers in his 17th year. Heck of a situation here. 3-0. There's a strike. Pitch. And ball 4. And a good setup because Salas has been tortured by Cano. Robbie's 3 for 4 against him with a home run. Mariners leadoff batters. They've been on base 5 of the 8 innings tonight, including Aoki 3 times.
And you can see his career against Salas, 3 for 4 with a home run. Robbie 1 for 4 tonight, picked up an RBI and scored a run. Nelson Cruz waiting on deck. Great opportunity for the Mariners to get some insurance runs. Two on, nobody out. Salas struggling with the strikes on 7 pitches, only 2 strikes.
Big spot here. Great opportunity. And popped him up. No play. Hey, make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Watch Mariners pregame show every Sunday. Find out the top 5 fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light refrigerator. Just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Comes a 1-1 pitch. This one's playable. Escobar foul territory.
The Mariners started off in good shape tonight, hitting with runners in scoring position in the first inning. At the end of the first inning, they were 5 for 6. Now in the evening, they are 6 for 14.
For a team with 14 hits, boy, you'd like to think they'd have a lot more than 6 runs, and they've been blanked since the first inning when 10 men came to the plate and scored 6 times on 7 hits. Mr. Cruz 1 for 4 with a run scored at a swinging bunt in the first inning. Looks at strike 1. Cruz 1 for 4 against Salas. Salas in his 3rd season with the Angels. Martins had a good night, 2 hits. Felix outstanding in his 8 innings of work. Here's the 0-1. Runners hold.
Pretty good play by Bandy. That last pitch, breaking ball in the other batter's box.
Salas came to the big leagues in 2010 with the Cardinals, was with them through the 13 season. 24 saves back in 2011. 5-6 record, a 2.28 ERA. One pitch. Jim Joyce said you did go. 0-2 strikes.
The barrel was out in front of home plate.
No doubt. Good call by Jim. Taijuan Walker goes tomorrow. Looking forward to see his return to the rotation. Nelly looking for a base hit with 2 strikes. Up high, 2-2. Caramo already of the base runners. 2-2 to Cruz. Swing and a miss. 2 down. See if Kyle can pick him up. Seager 0 for 4 tonight. Seager 1 for 6. It was a home run against Salas. Ball 1. just joining us, first inning, first pitch from Felix Escobar doubled. Then he walked Calhoun. Then Trout on a 1-1 pitch hit a 3-run jack off the upper deck. And it was uh-oh time, but the Mariners come back. 10 batters come to the plate in the first. 6 runs on 7 hits. Zunino, the big spot in that first frame, a 3-run homer. Other RBIs by Cano, a single. RBI single Lind, and a sac fly by Martin. Since then, the Mariners have not scored. Left 9 men on, and they have 2 men on here in the 8th. Slicing fly ball, easy play, Choi. And the 8th inning is over. 11 men stranded. Some of his friends call him Sugar. We call him an electric Eddie D. Coming on, 6-4 Mariners. Same thing. Couldn't agree with you more. That was adorable. All right. Some of his friends back in the minor league said he looked like a character named Sugar in a movie, but I went up to him the other day and says, you know, I've been calling the electric Eddie D. Is that okay? No, I like it. It's good. I said, well, we're going with it then.
And you can see why with those numbers. 27 innings, 53 strikeouts.
First pitch strike to Mike Trout. Albert Pujols was asking, said, I hear about this Diaz kid. What do you got? I said, you'll find out. Good gas. Nasty slider. Good luck. It's a heck of a time with the game on the line to see a guy like this for the first time.
He definitely has an advantage because they haven't seen him. They have their scouting reports. They have some video of him, but I don't think that all that matters too much. If he locates his fastball at all and is able to get his slider off the plate to the right-handers, it's really not going to be much of a contest.
1-2 pitch here to Mike Trout. Swing, and that struck him out. 1 down.
Pretty good slider right there after a couple of fastballs. So far he's topped out at 98. An 86-mile-an-hour slider that just disappears on Mike Trout.
Well, after the conversation I had with Albert, now his first look at Edwin Diaz. Strike one. 99. Albert tonight. 2 ground outs and a walk. 0 for 2. The other thing I like too, Diaz, quick pace. Get it, throw it, get it, throw it. Let's go.
Well, he has 2 pitches and he's ready to go. I think more times than not, whatever Mike puts down, that's what he's going to go with. Another good slider. Wow.
Oh, 2 to Pujols. Eddie D with his second strikeout. That slider is filthy.
And I have to tell you, give you an idea how good his slider is. This thing is up, elevated in the middle of the plate. Most pitchers that throw a slider in that area at Albert Pujols, they're going to end up losing it, but not for Diaz.
2 down quickly. Here's Simmons. 2 outs in the 9th. Buckle you very much. For 3 night. Swing and a miss. Didn't have a chance. $40,354. Fans on their feet. Diaz looking for the final punctuation mark. The 0-2 pitch. Outside for ball 1.
How about 101 after 2 sliders? Just to give you a look at it.
This kid's exciting. The 1-2 pitch to Simmons. Another one at 100. Cano just clapping his hands, said, hey, take your time, be yourself. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Wow. Outside and not by much. Struck out Trout. He struck out Pujols. He's got Simmons. It's a 3-2 count. Here in the 9th, Mariners by 2. Check, please. Game over. Electric Eddie D saves it for Felix. The Mariners win it 6-4. Felix picks up the win to go 6-4. And Edwin Diaz, another save, his third, 2 hours, 52 minutes. Great start to Ken Griffey Jr. weekend here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now. Brad Adam and Dave Alley, fellas.
Oh, gentlemen, thank you. You can feel it when Eddie Diaz comes.